Do you use airbrush in all of them scratching? The smoother one?
Not always, no. It depends on the subject. Sometimes, like I'm still relatively new to Scratchboard, but I've been doing airbrushing for many, many years. But I like the airbrush for toning down areas. It gives me a much smoother, much more controlled shading technique for my own personal use. There's other people that are very, very good at what they do with a paintbrush. I don't have that kind of control, and I stick with what I know. You know, like one of the other fellows says, I said, I've got all these tools, why not use them? To me, it's just as natural as using a paintbrush. And perhaps faster because I don't have to constantly stop to reload the paint. And the other advantage I like to it is the consistency. Once I've mixed the paint, the consistency of the paint is going to stay exactly the same. Whereas every time I would go back to, say, a watercolor pad to pick up more ink or more paint, there might be a slight difference in the one I pick up. So there's a little bit of more quality control there from my aspect on it. So the safety blanket, yes, it's my big safety blanket. And I've used it to repair some areas where I've over-scratched. And as I demonstrated, that's what I like about it. I can get a much smoother transition, and in fact, I can actually restore it back to almost a factory finish, and you never even know the difference, if providing I use the ampersand ink. Okay. Now, even though I'm using a different brand, the black next to the black is still very close. And if I was to use a slightly different brand, then it would pick up a sepia tint, and if I'm not careful, I'll pick one up here as well. Two ways I can get around this. I can either spray the entire area with the black paint, so it all picks up a sepia tint, and I can say, yes, I meant to do that, which is a natural way. Or you can, as I mentioned, add a touch of blue, as what one person suggested, and a touch of red was Lauren's suggestion as well. So that's how she changed the back. And I won't give her exact ratio because that's her thunder and I won't steal it. But I will admit to taking notes on her technique. But I would normally just use a small touch of orange. Okay, very small touch. And that's going to depend on the brand because a lot of times the orange will have white in it to opaque it, which also defeats the purpose again. If you're adding more white to defeat the purpose of the color shift, well, then you're changing your color again. You're actually going to gray it down to make it opaque. In which case the black would not cover against the black because it's not a true black. Right. No, I don't use it for everything, but just about everything. So same idea with the hair. Actually, that's one part I skipped. It's the exact same method. If you want to cover hair, the only difference in hair and skin is that hair scratches are bigger and wider, spread apart further, and you would build up those the same way as you would do for fur on an animal. Laying your dark colors behind hairs, scratch them a little bit more, pick up some ones on top of it, rinse and repeat until you get the layers that you were after. Okay.
When you're airbrushing, backgrounds like you did on your mirror cat, was that what you did before you scratched the mirror cat? Or?
Absolutely. That was done 100% before I started. That one there is a good classic example of what I mentioned for the color shift, because the background is pure white. But over top of the black, it picked up the kind of duck cake blue, okay? And that was done completely intentional because I didn't want just a pure white background. It's not natural, at least not in the wild. But with a slight bluish hint, it could be anything. It could be mist. It could be something slightly out of focus in the background. Anything. And I thought it would set off nicely with the orangey tones of the meerkat itself. So that's pretty much it. That's it. Who wants to see anything else? No? Going once?
I missed it. I was working on my t-shirts. Just start over.
It's a good thing he's got two eyes, right?
Thanks, Les.
No problem.